Good evening and welcome back to the Journeyman save. And I'm a bit fed up of FM24 right at this moment. Very fed up. And it comes from not just this save, but the save that we've been doing with Ipswich as well. And there is this switch in this game. And is this the switch? Or we have to look at this. And we beat Chelsea in the Champions League first leg 4-0. Then we lost 1-0 in the second leg. And then we lost to Chelsea again in the FA Cup semi-final 2-1. And now we have to play Chelsea again. So let's think about what the possibilities are, shall we? Reckons, I'm really glad you're okay. I'm really glad you're okay. And do you know what? It's not... These things are not... something that belonged to old people. When I was having my heart surgery, in the ward were 30-year-olds. So that absolutely shocked me to the core, that there were young people, 2 of them in the 7 of us were just over 30 years old, and they were having bypass operations. So it's not something that is in the domain of the young. One of them was a rugby player. And it really shocked me that he was there. Okay, anyway, glad you're okay. But let's look at the possibilities here. So have Chelsea, after they got thrashed 4-0, have they learned how we play? So that's the first. But if the AI is that sophisticated, if the manager could decide, right, I've worked that out, an AI manager, I've worked that out, so I'm going to do things differently, and we're going to beat them then. If they were that good, would we be paying £40 for this game or £4,000? So I'm not buying that. So there might be a line of code that says if you play Chelsea and beat them 4-0, but you've got to play them 3 times again, if you play the same way, then you're going to get beaten. There might be a line of code in there that says that, because if the AI managers could think and learn, then this would not be a £40 game. So that's one possibility. The other possibility is, of course, that the tactic has collapsed, which happens in FM. I don't know why suddenly your players can't play in the tactic that you've been playing, and you've been winning all these games. You've hardly lost. Well, I haven't lost since the 3rd of December, but suddenly we can't win again. So I'm not sure the tactic would actually collapse in real life in that way. So we got to discount that one, but there might be a line of code in the game that says at a certain time you have to change the way that you play, which is why you get that email that says that your refusal to change your tactical approach has caused these defeats. But I haven't had that email, so maybe we've got to discount that one. So I don't know what's going on here, or is it the switch? Because the interesting thing is that the switch has gone in the other save as well. Ipswich now can't win to save their lives, and it's like I have no control over what's going on. And have both saves mirroring each other, as I did say at the start of this season. Are they mirroring each other to the point where now both saves, the switch has been thrown? And I just have to get on with it, lose control for a while, and then hopefully I'll get control back. Maybe against Paris Saint-Germain. We'll go on to win the European Championship, and then I'll be happy. So, but it's rather unkind to throw the switch at the business end of the season. And not only that, I don't have a goalkeeper, because my goalkeeper is out. He's been injured twice for long periods this season, and now he's currently out till the end of the season. He's not going to play again. So I'm facing a title run-in, and I'm facing the Champions League semi-final, possibly final without a goalkeeper. And then Tonali. He decided that he was unhappy and wanted to go home. He was missing his family. Good evening, Max. How are you doing? Good evening, Cheeky Burgerstein. Good to see you. So then we have Tonali. How real is this? We are coming to the Champions League semi-final, possibly a final. We are about possibly to win the title. And he wants to go home? and miss what he's worked for all season? Really? Are you really saying that would happen? And he's not coming back until the season's ended. So it's cheeky burger. I don't know how many times you've asked me that. I'm going to say Messi every time. And end of story. It's based on behaviour and humility more than anything else. How he conducts himself is far better, and so yeah, I'm gonna say Messi. No, I don't need any mods at the moment, especially now as I've actually turned off monetization, and we're probably going to see a decline in people coming in here. So I definitely don't need any mods. I'm playing on a gaming laptop. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So what do? Do I just keep going in the current tactic and hope that everything's going to resolve itself? Because I have no control at the moment. Or do I change the tactic? Now, I've got another tactic that I can use, but I think I've used this before and it didn't work. They're familiar with it. There's no problem with their familiarity. They can play in this tactic. But it didn't work last time. So I've no reason to believe it will work this time when we came across this situation. Or do I just keep going and lose to Chelsea again, which will mean, because the problem is Liverpool only drew. So Liverpool have already played and they only drew. So we are 5 points clear. If we win this one, we'll go 8 points clear. The last possibility is, has the game made its mind up what's going to happen? And Shane, how are you doing? And so the final possibility is that whatever I have been doing doesn't matter, because the game has made its mind up what is going to happen. And I just have to go along for the ride. I really have no idea what to do. Do I go with this new system against Chelsea, assuming that the Chelsea team in the last two games have worked out how to play against the 4-2-2-2? Or do I go with the 4-2-2-2 and assume that Chelsea have had their revenge now and so we can get back to playing football? I don't know. What would you guys do? I really don't. I have really no idea what to do. I do know that we have a very, very strong team, and for some reason, they're not playing very well. Now, I have put Arwell Davis on support duty instead of an attack duty. The goalkeeper, because Chelsea play a wing play, the goalkeeper I've chosen is not the best goalkeeper, but he has better aerial reach. And so maybe aerial reach is the thing. I've also played the tallest fullbacks and the tallest centre-backs to try and deal with the crosses. So do I go with this one or do I stay? It was, Shane. It was a real kick in the face, and I've lost control of that Ipswich save. You get this feeling that everything that you do in game is not working, and because your team suddenly can't pass. They couldn't hit a barn door if it fell on them. They don't tackle anymore. It's, when you've lost control because the game shows you, and that everything that you do then doesn't work. And that's fine. If the game's built that way, the game's built that way. So I've got to decide, has the switch been thrown, or do I have to change my tactic? Which one would you do, guys? Would you stay the same in the 4-2-2-2, which won us all those games, and just assume the 2 defeats against Chelsea are just little blips? Or would you change? What would you do? Because I really don't know what to do here. I have absolutely no idea. And the way it's turning out, I think it wants me to play one more season. I don't think we're going to win the league, and I don't think we're going to get to the Champions League final. End of story. The fact that Tonali has gone home, which is totally unrealistic, and the fact that it's injured my goalkeeper for the second time this season. Stick with the 4-2-2-2. We could go to 3 at the back. We could go to that one, or stick with the 4-2-2-2. I'm tempted to stick with the 4-2-2-2 and see what happens. We'll work the ball into the box. I just don't get it. And we need to change these over. And Gray needs to come onto the right. Musiala in 2. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Do I need a playmaker? Do I need a playmaker in here? That will stop the Volante getting too close to the attacking mid, and then we've got someone to focus on distribution of the ball. It's really doing me in. Yeah, it was very quiet, Callum, here on my own. I streamed yesterday, Christmas Day. We're streaming on Boxing Day, and I'll be streaming in the afternoon tomorrow. Have you learned anything about Chelsea? Nothing really. Nothing. They played the same way as when we beat them 4-0. So I haven't learned anything at all. And I watched the games back, and I just got a sense everything that I did, nothing worked. So that smells of the switch. And that also ties in with the players going home, the injuries, the silliness that's been going on around it. Liverpool are 1-0 down now, are they? What a strange season this is. Manchester United lost to Wolves, which I don't want to talk about. Oh boy, and you know what? I sold Saka because of his injury in my FPL and brought in, guess who? Bruno Fernandes, who got me a -2. How lovely. And okay, so I'll stay with the 4-2-2-2. And let's see if it was a blip. I'm going to play Neves as a DLP on support. And see how that happens. He doesn't want to tackle harder. But his marking is good. I'll have him marked tight in the middle of the field there. It's with United. We are now probably in a relegation battle. It's getting quite desperate for Amorim. Is he going to get sacked before the end of the season? So I'm just going to go with the 4-4-2-2 again. We've got a strong team. And I have to play with a standard line because they are going to play wing play. I did set up as positive at first. And I will, if they're playing wing play down the middle. We'll try that. I didn't try it when he suggested it last time. So we'll go with it this time. And what I might do is switch the wing back. So we'll have this one on attack and this one on support. Because we have an attacking mid here. And we have a support attacking mid here. So let's even it up a little bit. Well, exactly, Shane. And Chelsea lost as well today. I know it's been a strange day, and if Liverpool lose, it's going to get even stranger. The FPL, I'm relying on Liverpool to win. I've got Salah as my captain. He's the only one who can rescue my game week. We are not doing well and on a good run. I don't know why he wants me to say that. I want to tell them that. What do you mean? Don't let us. I need to tell them that I need better. The other thing that I could do is to try a different style and change the passing style. This is our chance to exact revenge. Let's show them who we are. So I could actually change the passing style, and as we are good passers of the ball, I could go to a short passing game, try and keep the ball from them, just do something different. So I might try that early on, just slow it all down, try to keep the ball and see if that works. I do have should have a standard line because they're going to play wing play. We'll try that. But something is going on in this game, and it's affecting both this save and the Ipswich save. It's like really a big concern for me that both saves are mirroring each other, almost down to the injuries, to everything, to the results. And that's a big concern. And I think it's running off the profile, the manager profile. And instead of Ipswich being a beginner save, it's running off this manager and I've been playing the game for 10 seasons. So it's running off the journeyman manager profile. So the game is not easy as it would be for a beginner. And the whole point of setting up that was to show beginners that it's fairly simple if you do simple things. So I'm really not quite sure. Now, this isn't wing play either, but we're going to leave it for a little while. And it might be, if this works, then it could be all we have to do is change the style of play a little bit. But that's not because the AI manager has learned how to play against this, because the AI manager can't learn that. It's just, this game would cost about £4,000 if that could happen. So it's a line of code, and you've got to just learn when this happens, what do you do? And I'm not sure in FM24 what you do. So let's see how the possession game looks for a while. And if we can keep possession from them, which we've had most of the possession. Normally I would not expect to have possession, and we've certainly dominated the attacking chances. And defensively we should be okay with the standard line, in theory. But it doesn't look to me like they are playing wing play. Even visually, it doesn't look like that. But that could be because we are drawing them inside. You've got to remember, we're playing through the middle. We'll draw all the players to the middle. And the idea of that then would be to create space for us out wide. So it might be because we're dominating the ball that they are just playing narrower. So we don't know how that actually works. But at the moment where it looks comfortable, we're keeping possession comfortably and passing the ball around, creating chances, but not scoring, unfortunately. So far, so good, Shane. And it might be that something that you have to do when this happens, when you've got to play them 4 times in 5 games, is that you've got to change maybe your passing style, change your width. That you don't necessarily have to change the formation, that you just have to just tweak something. But it's not because the Chelsea manager has learned how to play against us. You can rule that out immediately. But we are not getting our shots on target. It's just a bit of a worry. I think we've had some on target, but I don't know how many yet. I need to have a look how many we've had on target. It's pretty good, so I don't want to change anything at this moment in time, because it's pretty good. And Chelsea have created just one opportunity, and it's not wing play that they're playing, but that might be because I'm drawing them down the middle. They might be trying to play down the wings, but can't. I want to go to my assistant here. And take out their best players. So let's take out Caicedo. I don't want to type mark him, and Mudryk. And we are looking like we're, with the short passing game, we're passing it around quite comfortably. It's at the back we look good. It's just at the front we don't look good. But will the goal come eventually? We're doing the right thing, playing in the low block. We want Chelsea to come out at us. And they're definitely trying to play it down the flanks, and they have done really well there. And Arwell Davis, who's not in very good form, got caught out. I thought there was going to be a penalty there. And as soon as players get in my box, I worry so much there's going to be a penalty. It's just one of those things that I worry about. We are good down the left. Down the left we are better, although down the flanks we're quite good. And that might be because we are drawing them in and creating space out wide. And it might be that I need to put Peterson on an attack role as well. So let's get both of them involved in the game. Nervous. I think we've been unlucky. You've done nothing wrong. Keep going. You have the ability. You weren't that bad. Let's give them another shot. I mean, again, it's a game we've totally dominated. We've kept Chelsea just to one shot on target. They can't, as you can see, they can't get down the flanks. So they're forced to play up through the middle, which they're not doing a very good job of. And so that's exactly what I was looking for. Make them play in a way they don't like playing. But if I need to be a bit more attacking, I think. So pushing the wing back up might be a good thing. Have two threats. So he's very high. Arwell Davis is very high. We have a lot of attacking bodies up there. And just hope that the supporting midfielders will be good enough if they break out. Yeah, we've got both fullbacks causing chaos up there now. But we just can't get that goal. And who knows what's going to happen. I think we're set up properly. We're dominating the game. But as you know and as I know, part of the switch is that you can't score goals. And it is so bad of the game. If it's thrown the switch now, right at the end of the season, that is really bad. It should not throw the switch at this point. At the beginning of a season, middle of the season, fine. But not throw the switch when you are looking to win trophies. That is, for me, that's cheating. And should not happen ever. Oh, we have given away a penalty, have we? No. Don't let them into the box. That's the standard line. They will get into the box. And are they going to score now? Because they've done nothing in the game, and it wouldn't surprise me if they scored. Do I want to lift the line up and force them to play, and just because they've stopped going down the flanks, we'll just lift the line up and close the space in the middle now, so they can't use the middle. But up top we are not functioning. That's where it's all gone wrong. Even though we're getting shots on target, up top we're not doing any damage to them. We'll give it a few minutes and then I'll have to change the personnel. You know, like world-class forwards up there. Like, my attack is probably the best in the world. Ah, is he offside? He's going to be given offside, which is another indicator. We're close to the title, Shane, but not close enough yet. If this is disallowed, it is the switch. Yeah, it is the switch. There's nothing I can do. And the game is just winding me up. He's onside, in fact. He was actually onside. If we actually could rewind that back, you'd see that he was onside. And the game's cheating. And I have a problem with this. That the switch has been thrown, and if you are doing too well, it will do that. And you will lose control of the game. Finally. Now, call that offside, if you will. And now we need to hold on to it. And now I need to look at whether or not they are actually going to try and play down the flanks again, because that's where they want to play, and I want to stop that. And what I really don't understand is why we couldn't beat them for the last two games, when clearly we've absolutely annihilated them again. And in both of the games we lost, we were much the better team. Sometimes this game doesn't make sense, but I'm going to change some things now. They've made a lot of changes. And I do believe that we have to... Dribbling is good. Agility and balance are excellent. He has a long shot. I'm just going to close him down. Palestri isn't really someone I should be worried too much about. But we'll turn him on to his left foot. How does he like a tackle? He's not very strong, so we'll give him a tackle as well. Centre back, left back. Turn him on to his right foot. Nobody else, I think, has caused us any problems that we need to worry about. Caicedo is a very good player, so I do want to tight mark him. And is this the Chelsea equaliser? At the moment, every time they come near our penalty area, I think the opposition are going to score. Whereas I had so much confidence in my defence before. And we are the best defence in the league. By a street. But it suddenly seems to not work anymore. And I'm really wondering. Chelsea will score. And they have gone down the flanks again. But I have got tall defenders. So as they have gone down the flanks again, I'm going to make some substitutions. Look at the defence ratings. Peterson is nervous, so Van can come on. And we'll have him on a support duty, yeah. And Musiala has made a right idiot of himself again. Time for Kumalo. And we'll swap those over. Florian Wirtz probably... He's doing okay. João Neves is poor. Landerson can come on. Landerson play as the DLP? Yes, he can. So we'll put Landerson on as a DLP. Does he have any attributes I need to be aware of? He's tackling and marking. We'll just have him tackle harder. We don't want him to mark too tight. And then Bajcetic is getting tired. So Moscardo can come on for Bajcetic. I don't want him on a defend duty. Can be on a support duty. And we'll leave one and try and see this game out. I don't want to go defensive. I don't want to go... Possession-wise, it's been 50-50. So there's obviously two very good passing teams. Chelsea are a good passing team, but so are we. But slowing the tempo down might be just the little tweak that we needed to do. We are, I think, closing down too much. And I don't want to close down too much, so I'm going to come off the trigger press a little bit. Just take your time, boys. Do not go charging at them at this point in time. Nice turnover, Gray. Nicely done. And if we can get the second, then it's game over. And that's probably title 1. But we still can't. And who is it? Karaoke's tired. Peterson is okay. The two central defenders are okay. It's Karaoke who's tired. So he will be the final sub. Shazavari will come on for him. Good tackle, Sam. Don't get injured. And we've just got to somehow see this game out. We will be giving them space again down the middle. But this is the game of chess that it's become. They still are playing down the middle, so I am going to lift the line up. They're going to try. No, we're going to keep it at that. Because they are going to try. Because I think we've stopped them playing down the flanks by playing our way through the middle and drawn them in. So most of their play is still through the middle. So hopefully we've done enough there. But they haven't really done anything. And so we deserve to win this game. And that will probably mean the title's done. We're just like, we cannot get this second goal. Oh, come on, FM, come on. All the chances that we've had. And Chelsea have really done nothing. You're absolutely right there, Shane. I'm seeing the same thing myself. Chelsea have done nothing. I'm looking at how many shots they've had. 7 with 2 on target. So they have been a little bit of a threat. And it wouldn't surprise me if they equalise. Would not surprise me in the slightest. I mean, is the game going to let the title go at this point? Was the switch thrown? And it's giving it back, control back to me now, and I'm responsible for this. And they have scored if they know they've hit the post. And that was interesting. So I am going to lower the line. That was my warning that they're going to try and get it over the top. So we're going to reduce the line now. And I'm going to go to a balanced. Doesn't mean we're not going to attack, but it just means we're going to be a little bit more cautious. But I wonder if I should go back against Paris Saint-Germain. Should I play a controlled possession like this? Or should I go back? Because Paris Saint-Germain couldn't have learned anything about the way that we play. They might be expecting us to play a certain way. can I actually keep Paris Saint-Germain off the ball? That's what I got to look at. How good are they at passing? Because it does look like the title. We will go 8 points clear. Yeah, that would have been very strange if a goal had been scored from that. That would have been a very strange highlight. I don't know what... couldn't finish the Christmas dinner. And actually, neither could Newcastle. We've had more chances than them. And given what the strike power we have up there, it's really shocking. It's just like we should be scoring more goals than we're scoring. But it's okay. I'm now going to bring Van back. Oh, he's on an attack duty. It just doesn't show it down here. So now we've got 2 minutes to see out. Look how wide they've gone. They're trying to go wide. But they haven't been able to go wide. See how wide they are? But we are stopping them now. The standard line should stop them from playing wide. But it isn't, and they're going to equalise, are they? It's such a worry. Now they're playing through the middle. Oh, my goodness me. They're still playing through the middle. But they are trying through balls a lot now. And we couldn't hit a boundary. What was their goalkeeper doing? That was a bicycle kick from the goalkeeper. That's it. Just stand off him. I don't want them trigger pressing too much. Stand off him. That's it. Good. Just let them make the mistake. And it's, come on, referee. It is time now. And we have won it. And maybe that's all it's about, is just you have to tweak it. That there is a line of code in there that means that you've got to tweak something. You don't have to change your formation, but you have to tweak something. And so going to a shorter passing, with 4 games to go, we are 8 points clear. I guess that's got to mean the title's done. And maybe if the switch hasn't been thrown, maybe in this one, because it would be just so unkind to throw the switch at this stage of the season. Maybe what this is about is you have to learn that if you beat them comfortably and you've got to play them 4 times, almost on the trot, you have to change something so that they don't know how you're going to play. It is impossible for their manager to know how you're going to play, but it's code. So maybe we figured that out now. Next time it happens, then we will change something and we win comfortably. We'll just change to a different passing style in the second and change back in the third game and change again in the fourth. We'll see how that works. That should not happen either. 4 times in 5 games. At least we don't have to play Chelsea anymore. But we do have Arsenal next. And I have to rest these players. But I do think it's time to rotate the front players. Ah, boy. And not having Tonali is a nuisance, but it is what it is. So I think 8 points clear with, 4 games to go? Is that the title done? Would you be thinking that's the title done, boys? Is that what you'd be saying? We know Arsenal are a very good team. We know they have very good players. Do I keep the short passing? I want to have a look at Arsenal. I think they're going to play, as I recall. Are they going to play wing play as well? So should I just try and keep the ball against Arsenal? Well, let's have a look. Let's go and have a look. And we're looking at the technicals, the passing. Similar. It's very similar in terms of passing. Mentos. Similar again. We're slightly better, but not much. So the first teams are going to be quite close. It's physically, they are physically, I think, a little better than us. Mentally, they're a little better than us. Technically, they're much better than us. Although we are good at marking, we're not good at marking, actually, as a squad. This is a tough game. But they're going to play wing play again. So we are going to start with a standard line. And I think it's time to rotate. We're 8 points clear. I need to have a good, fit first team. Although he only wants to change the goalkeeper. Looking at our run-in. If we look at the run-in, after Paris Saint-Germain, it's Everton, Bournemouth and Wolves. So if I have a first team fit for that and a first team fit for that, my second team is capable of winning the league. I can play second team there and first team there. Against Arsenal, maybe I should rotate. Not all of them, but some of them. Some of them who are not playing particularly well. Who did I take off not playing very well? Florian Wirtz. Plays a lot of football. So Canate, he's a very good forward. He can come in. Gray didn't play particularly well. So maybe Kumalo can come in there. Kumalo is a decent forward as well. And then Shazavari, Musiala didn't play very well. Shazavari in for Musiala. It's just changing the front players, and then Landerson as the DLP. That might be what I needed to do, was to change that. Is Badgetic any good as a DLP? Yes, he is. So we could swap those over even. And he will be better as a DLP than Landerson, who's a better anchor than he is a DLP. Or I might play Moscarda, who's a much better anchor. It's not over, Shane, absolutely, until it's done. Dylan, yeah, absolutely might be premature. But even if we lose against Arsenal, we will... I do want to change these over. I want him on attack and him on support. Because I think it is a little lopsided with the two attacking players here. And the question is, do I start with the higher tempo or do I go for the more controlled passing, which worked against Chelsea, but we created less chances against Chelsea with that tempo than we normally do. It's an interesting one. It's very interesting. I think we'll probably, because that worked, we will slow it down a bit. Yeah, let's slow it down a bit. I tend to agree with you, Shane. Let's slow it down a little bit. Especially as I'm rotating the team a little bit. Van can come in for Peterson. He is now on a support duty. So I've rotated a little bit. Ben Beck needs to keep going. He needs to... I don't want to switch the goalkeepers around. And maybe we'll find that Arsenal are tired, but I don't think that matters in FM. It matters if we are tired, but not the opposition. Worth having a look in here as well. They're all talking about Gabriel Martinelli as the problem. So it's always worth just having a quick nose what the fans are saying. And they are concerned about Martinelli. And quite rightly so. So it is worth listening to the fans as well as your assistant manager. Can we do it? I mean, I think that, for me, I think the title's done. I'd be very disappointed if we don't win the title. Euro, I'm not going to tell him off. He wants to leave, so that's why he's not bothered. That's why he's not playing very much. So everybody is playing at the same time. It's a bit of a shame that, because if Liverpool had slipped up, then that would be good news. So we're going for this possession style against Arsenal. We're going to keep the low block. But we are, I think... Oh, Liverpool have played, they beat Wolves, so they are now 5 points behind. The rest of the pack are gone. It's between us and Liverpool. Plan would be, if we don't win the Champions League this year and I have to play another season, then the plan would be to sell him in the summer. I'm going to do that again because they're going to play wing play, and it did seem to work last time. And we'll keep this going. He wants to play attacking. We'll split the difference and go positive. And then I think we'll go with this. This is the big worry, is the goalkeeper. He's not going to play well every game. And unfortunately, our goalkeeper is out for the season. So I hope that he's going to wait until Everton, where he doesn't have his best game. Or even this one wouldn't be that bad. It's important. Our home status is important here, boys. Let's go back to the assistant. And Martinelli. Declan Rice. And Varela. Let's try and take those boys out of the game. And let's see what happens here now. It's good to see Kamalo playing. He hasn't played for a while. He's gone down half a star this season, but I don't think that's because he's diminished as a player. It's because of the players that we've brought in. And we've brought in players like Bajcetic and the fullbacks, and of course stars. While star ratings will go up, some will inevitably go down. So he hasn't diminished as a player, so forget the star rating. He's still a very good player. I don't think he's top class European player, and he might well have to be sold in the summer as well. And you can see that they are looking to play down the flanks. Van is on a yellow card already. So he needs now to ease off the tackles. A win against Arsenal will surely tie up the title. That's not going in. Not in a million miles. A million years. But nice to see us get a shot. We're not being credited with one. It might have been offside. Arda Güler is a menace. There are players in this game who you come up against regularly who just are total menaces. And I think about, who is it? The Liverpool one. Salasabal. He always plays well against me. Some players in this game are just... Yeah, Blake, it's in extended I'm playing, yeah. Just gives me the chance to see some highlights. Key highlights, I don't know what the heck is going on. Extended, I can just about manage it. I'd prefer to play in comprehensive. If I was just playing at home by myself, I'd be playing in comprehensive highlights. We don't want to be closing down too much, so I might do the trigger press again. That trigger press can pull your team out of shape. Can really cause you a problem. Oh, come on, boys. Come on. You missed from there. Oh, boys. So sometimes having the trigger press lower will help you. You're not getting pulled out of shape too often. Although you're not going to win the ball back so often. But we are definitely the better team at the moment, so don't need to change anything. Luckily, it wasn't on TV and I didn't have to watch it, Blake. To be fair, I don't know what's wrong with them. But we are in a relegation battle. If we lose the next one, teams below us will catch us up. And we're only in 14th. And there's that wing play, and they couldn't get round the back. Arsenal have not had a shot, which worries me intensely, because that means they'll only need one. We need to score. We absolutely need to score. Because if we don't, Arsenal will have one chance and they will score. That's the way it goes. That's how we need to score, boys. That was poor. And they're sitting back and they're trying to counter-attack. They're looking to go out wide, but there should be no space out wide. And they don't want to play down the middle. You can clearly see they're sticking to their game plan, at least for now. And I'm wondering if I should do what I did before. Are they both on support? I don't want them both on support. Why are they both on support? No, one's on attack. I'm going to put the other one on attack as well. Because we are playing in a positive way. I want them higher up the pitch. And Arsenal aren't causing problems at the moment. I mean, I'm fortunate. I mean, the two centre-backs that I have, Abba and Guehi. Guehi's old now. He's got to be replaced by either Marcos or Borja in the next season. But they are like 4-star. But if the rest of the team wasn't so good, these would be 2 5-star centre-backs. So the attacking line wasn't so good. They would be immense in terms of their star rating. I don't get them, Shane, very often. I don't get penalties. You should know that. They're very, very rare. Very rare. I don't score from set pieces at all much. Yes, get in, Canote. It might be that I do have to chase my set piece coach. Because, I don't know. And to get penalties, do you have to play for set pieces? I don't know. But we are in the opponent's box an awful lot. And you're right in saying, in either save, we haven't seen a penalty. We have not seen a penalty. I actually don't need to put Van on attack now. It's for Arsenal to come and score. I don't want to. I could, though, play for set pieces. Could play for set pieces because we're playing at a lower tempo, aren't we? So let's take his advice this time and go and play for set pieces. I wonder if we'll get a penalty then. and, but Arsenal are not causing us any problems. We are clearly the better team, as we always are. Possession-wise, they've just edged the possession, which is interesting for wing play. Wing play is a little bit more direct and a little bit higher tempo. So they've just edged the possession. But then we did look, and they are better passers than us. They are a better all-round team, squad-wise. It's just whether or not tactically we can hold out now. They're definitely coming at us. You need to figure out where. This highlight will probably tell us where. Yeah, they're looking to go down the middle. But that's not going to hurt us, because the line is lower. So they ain't going to get behind us with that kind of nonsense. But if they play in front of us, which they're not at the moment. Go on, Kamalo. Go on, Sam. Oh, he can't put it away either. Oh, boy. This game does your head in. And I wonder if we will win the title. We can definitely find another gear. Keep going. I think I'm happy. I'm happy with your effort in the final third, because they've done well, those two forwards. So I wonder what the table is looking like at the moment, because I think Liverpool won. So it'll be 3 games to go, 8 points clear if we win this. That's it, job done. You're not telling me we are not getting one more point from the Everton, Wolves and whoever else we've got to play. And then you can start resting your first team. And we've rested a load of them in this game. And kept Arsenal very, very quiet. If we can get a second, boys, you will make your manager very happy. Go on, get this second. Come on. It's very patient. We're not as creative as we were with the higher tempo. It's just very, very patient. And that isn't going to help. Have we got work the book? Yeah. That is not good. The only player who's playing well for Arsenal is their goalkeeper at the moment. And we're really stopping them playing completely. And this game we should win now. Be unfair if we don't. You've totally stopped them playing. That is not how we do it. I'm going to tell them to be more disciplined. That is not what I'm telling you to do. ZSM, how are you, mate? Toon Army, welcome to the stream. I really enjoy the streams. Thank you, my friend. That's really cool. Toon Army, you obviously are a Newcastle fan. That's probably why you're sitting there wondering, are we going to do it this year? I'm guessing you're a Newcastle fan. And I'm wondering, are we going to do it this year? Is the save coming to an end? Are we going to win the final thing that we need to win? That's what I'm wondering. Paris Saint-Germain are standing between us and the final. Liverpool game's really frustrating. They just scored. This is like FM being FM. He's going to give him offside. Come on, FM. One shot wonders. It's been awarded. They've done nothing. But I think Barcelona and Bayern Munich is the other one. They're all in there. And that was not good. Just let him go. Oh, boy. Let's type mark this boy then. They just let him go. Arsenal coming back into this game now. They've stolen the momentum. What have they altered? Nothing. Could be that they're getting stuck in now. And that was a diagonal ball from out wide. But they didn't get behind us. They actually didn't get behind us. They actually did it from out wide, a through ball type pass. Kamalo, it must be Konate, get in. Arsenal didn't deserve a draw. Get in, Konate. 2-1. We are. How many? If we win this, we'll be 8 points clear, is it? I'll have to check in a minute. Now, Liverpool won. If Liverpool won... Oi, stop. Oh, it is stopped. So Liverpool won and we'll be 6 points clear with 3 games left. I think it's job done. Onside, no problem at all with that, referee. Onside. And that was an assist for Kamalo. So that boy has still got it. Time to make some changes. I thought it was going to be 8, but I forgot that Liverpool had already won. So it's actually going to be 6. Arwell Davis. What's he doing up there? Arwell Davis is very tired. I thought I'd taken him off. Peterson can come on there. And Carioca's very tired. So Musiala can come on for Carioca. Lovely substitutes to have. Van is having a nightmare, so Moreno can come on. One more. Shazavari's playing well. Goalkeeper, you see, 6.6, so you've got to be very careful. Let's leave it at that for now. Keep going, boys. Let's drop them a little bit of encouragement. Come on, come on. And then keep going. Look at these two boys, Konate, Kamalo. Kamalo's on an 8, Konate's on an 8.4. Maybe the rotation is the thing. That's why we can't score, because Gray and Wirtz are not doing it at the moment. I should have been rotating more. But I'd like another goal if we could, boys. Lost the EPL and UCL final. Oh, my God. Those moments are heartbreaking. Losing in the Cup semi-final almost broke my heart. It's horrid when that happens. Are they coming more up the middle, do you think? Is it something I should be worried about? Are they playing a little bit more up the middle? Possibly. But I think it's through balls that they're attempting, not crosses. Not a controlled possession in front of us. And so if they're playing through balls, I want to stop those as well. And the lower line will help with that. Get in! Oh, I thought it was going to be 3. Okay, mate. ZSM, see you in a bit. I'll be here for a little while, so see you in a bit. They look like they are evened out a bit more across the pitch. And maybe I should push the line up for the last few minutes. But I'm really concerned about these through balls coming behind the defence. as they're not really troubling me, we'll keep it where it is. Those through balls are deadly. We're still winning. And if we can go 6 points clear with 3 games to go, that I think is pretty much job done. And there's the attempt to go outside us. And that's why I need the line set at standard so that they can't do that. And there was a diagonal ball again that caused them to try and get outside, and we stopped it. So at least the switch hasn't been thrown, because what we're doing is working, in a sense, until they break away and score. Like this. But that's easy, even for a 1.5-star goalkeeper. Come on, boys, there's just a couple of minutes left. Peterson has got himself injured, has he? Easy, nice pass. Why didn't you pass it? Look at the space that was here. Even I could have found that pass. And I've got vision of about 3 at my age. Come on, boys. A goal from a set piece would be nice. Haven't seen one for a while. Where's Jesus Abba when you need him? Kamalo, 3rd assist of the game, boy. He is wasting a bit of time. And notice when that happens, you don't get any yellow cards for wasting time like that. What's happened there? Is it a corner or a goal kick? Let's go back to balanced. And let's close this game down now. We don't really need to do anything. I don't want to engage them too much. Slow the pace down. Dribble less. And let's just see it out. Go on, Musiala. I thought you'd given the ball away then, which is totally what I don't want you to do. And to hold on to the ball now. So that's why I'm slowing it down. And that's it. We have beaten Arsenal. And that's a fine result. And therefore, we are 8 points clear of Liverpool. With just 3 games to go. The others can't catch us. So we just need 1 more point because our goal difference, it's only 1. We do need another win, to be sure. So 1 more win. Again, if we beat Everton, we win the title. But we have Paris Saint-Germain coming up now. Kamalo. Is this save set up for him? Is him coming back from loan what we actually needed? Is he going to score the winning goal in the Champions League final? Make it a hat-trick. He won the South African Champions League. He won the Brazilian Champions League with that wonder strike. He's injured 3 days. So he can't play against Paris Saint-Germain. 8 points clear. A win against Everton. We are champions. Don Baker. I think I'll sell him. Sell him. He's not ever going to get the game time in this team. And I already have like 230 million to spend. So it's just might as well sell him and get someone better. And now then, Paris Saint-Germain. Oh, blimey. David Cech is struggling for form. Where is he? Where does he play? David Cech, centre back. Standard as well. Like, they're a good team. They're a very good team, and they are going to play tiki-taka. So if they're going to play... Oh, I need to have a look at that. Are they good at set pieces or not so good? I think they're good at set pieces. Yeah. Good at defending set pieces. And they are good at creating a good set piece. So they're good at attacking and defending. So I think I'll change that. And do attacking corner, defending corners and attacking free kicks. Our corners are always at the near post if they're going to win. If they're going to win the near post headers, then we might as well focus on free kicks. And yeah, we need to bring in our first team players again. They're all fully fit at the back. I don't really want to change things at the back too much. Peterson is injured now and can't play. So Van is the right choice. And do I want to give Guehi a rest? Might be a good idea to rest Guehi. He's not as young as he used to be. But no, we'll go with our first team. So Neves, where is Neves? Where is Neves? Oh, there he is. So Neves can come in there. And he needs to mark tighter. Yeah. So Neves in there. Shazavari's unregistered. Carioca and Wirtz. And this is the dilemma now, isn't it? Konate scored 2 goals. Might be... Obviously Gray needs to play. And Musiala needs to play. This is the dilemma that I have. And this position should go to Bajcetic. And the bench, we fill up the bench as best we can. Caswell and Cooper. That's the best I can do with the bench. Peterson probably can come on as a sub. We are at home in the first leg. Should I go positive? I think so. We should at least try to win the home leg. Musiala, Carioca and Wirtz. I'm not sure I like that, but let's do it anyway. Musiala is probably slightly better than Wirtz, and that's why I'm wondering if Konate should play instead of Wirtz. I'm going to go with that. Konate scored 2. I can't drop him now. Kamalo 2 assists, but I can't play a totally weakened forward line up front against PSG. They are good. They are good. Who is Nuno Mendes? Who is Nuno Mendes? Defender. Well, it's nice to have some green dots back. Looking for a team to do a new save. Any recommendations for a fun save? I tell you what, Psycho Scripts, I had a lot of fun in Brazil. And the fun of Brazil is all the young players that come through and trying to keep hold of them because they're all going to be poached by European teams. And I had a lot of fun playing in Brazil. So I would say go and play in Brazil. What I want to do personally, because I've never done it before, is to play in Mexico. To find a team in Mexico. That would be really good for me. I would just stay out of the normal stuff. And go and do something you've never done before. And learn about life in another country, I guess. That would be my recommendation. I wonder how they draw the offline. Yeah, so in FM, do you mean, or in real life? It's because they do a lot of that in real life. Okay, we got to go and see what happens here. Is it our year or is it not? Peterson's not fit. We can't do that. And he does want verts. I'm going to leave Canote in. He wants us to go back to a higher tempo. Let's do it. Because PSG don't know how we play. So let's go to a higher tempo. It served us well. I didn't actually have a look at how they were going to play. Yes, I did. There's a tiki-taka. So we want a higher line. Verba is unregistered. Cooper has to come in here and Verba is removed. Ramirez is 3. He's got orange there. I thought he was going to be back soon. It's 3 to 7 weeks. How do they work that out? Tonali is not available, unfortunately. We'll go with that and we'll see what happens. A vertical tiki-taka. Yeah, we need a higher line because that means they're going to try and play the ball around in front of us. The higher line might be a nuisance for us because they're going to press us hard. But I've got to trust my defence. I have to say it's important to make use of the home advantage. We don't want to be going to PSG a goal behind. So here we go. The Champions League semi-final. Are we good enough? We're about to find out. Or do we have to wait another year? Timing-wise, another year will be perfect. Get in! It's in! Musiala has put us 1-0 up. What a start. What a start. And even though I have left out Wirtz and Canote's in there, which worried me a lot about our forward line, we have gone ahead. Will you drop back to the standard if they play? Absolutely, yeah. They won't do that, though, unless they are reduced to it. And at the moment, we can't really decide. I'll have to see that visually. The game will show me that visually. But I won't be able to pick that up from the focus of attacks. But at the moment, it's kind of looks like I would expect it to look for a vertical tiki-taka. Oh, he almost scored then. It's kind of looking like I would expect it to look at the moment. And there's only 7 minutes gone, so they're not going to change their style yet. Get in! Jesus, Abba! We scored from a set piece. And I did that, didn't? No, I didn't. I went defending corners, attacking free kicks, didn't I? That's very strange. Get in! Jesus, Abba, you haven't done that for a while. Newcastle 2, PSG 0. I know, Shane. This is unbelievable. We're 2-0 up in 10 minutes, and that worries me. I'd like to be 2-0 up in 80 minutes. Not in 10 minutes. Go on, make it 3, boys. Make it 3. Karaoke. Show me how good you are. That's not showing me how good you are. And I want to go, and I forgot, of course. Let's ask my assistant what he's making of things at the moment. Vitinha is a very good player, isn't he? I'll type mark him as well. And Simmons is also a very good player. The reason I'm doing that is I'm trying to stop the playmakers, the good passers, the people with good vision from having the ball. The only thing about that is that it will detract from my midfield's attacking ability, because they'll be more focused on stopping them. They won't be creative themselves. But we're 2-0 up now, and I just want to stop the opposition now. And this is nice. We're passing it nice. Sometimes it pays to listen to the assistant. Oh, what a strike! What a save! Come on, boys, come on. We've got them in our putty in our hands at the moment. Let's take them apart. They've got nothing to offer. They don't like travelling, these French teams, do they? And we're totally destroying them at the moment. Arwell Davis having a very good game. Finally, João Neves is having a tidy game. But they were rested. These boys were rested. Maybe PSG weren't rested. Possession-wise, we've had 26% of the possession. That is just so weird. We don't want to. That'll slow the game down. We're playing at a high tempo. It just goes to show it's not possession. It's about what you do with what little you've got. And we are in a low block, so they can pass it around in their own half as much as they like. It's no big deal to us. And that's why they've got 70% possession. Lovely pass. Go on, Canote. You're a man in form. Lovely pass. Arwell Davis. Oh, my Lord. Another corner. Are we going to get to the Champions League final? I know it's early days yet. We're not even a quarter of the way through the tie. Oof. Why didn't you leave it to ABBA? The DLP in there is a little bit deep. But then the Volante was a little bit too high. So perhaps having the DLP there a little deeper is a better option. And certainly most of the players are more comfortable playing a DLP than they are a Volante. Vitinha needs a hard tackle, doesn't he? Nicely done, Canate. On the break. Go on, keep it going. One more pass. Lovely pass into the box. Oh. Vitinha needs to be hard tackled. Where's Vitinha? Well, he already is. Come on, boys. 3-0 before half-time, and they're buried. And you're in a Champions League final for sure. Bajetic. Lovely pass! Oh, Will Davis, catch in! It's 3-0. We are taking Paris Saint-Germain to the cleaners. I don't know what FM is playing at. Does this mean I have to change my style for the second leg? The DLP on support, yeah. And the tempo is a high tempo. I changed it from the low when my assistant said better off playing in a high tempo. Sometimes you just listen to him. Go with your instinct. Do you listen to him this time or not? Then that sometimes you just listen to him. Not yet, they're not, Shane. Oh, hit the crossbar, get in! Get in! No! Oh, they don't look like a very good team at the moment. They look a bit raggedy, don't they? Maybe they're tired. Maybe they didn't rest their players. And we rested our players, the forward players, for a week. So maybe they haven't rested their players. Go on. Go on. Offside, son. A penalty, referee. He's given it. No, he's given offside. Oh, I don't know why they do that, because I can't see anything. It doesn't show me anything. Except we know it's not a goal. Now, this is, what do I tell them? It's important we stay focused. But do I now praise them? Keep going, you have the ability. The midfield, Neves, Bajcetic, I'm happy, I'm very happy. And the attackers, I'm going to say you weren't that bad. Yeah, it's changed tactics and lost. Yeah, I mean, but the Chelsea experience, does that teach me anything? Do I slow it down when I go to the second leg? Just as I was forced to do with Chelsea. But we haven't won this one yet. They could be a different team in the second half. I just want to check, where is my line? It's a higher line. Because they should be playing the game in this space in front of us. If they start ramping balls over the top, or looking to go out wide at any point, then we have to change. But I'm seeing no evidence, and this is how I would expect to see a vertical tiki-taka, with it pretty much across the line. But they still haven't had a single shot. As we come up to 60 minutes, they haven't had a single shot. Yeah, I was just commenting on that, Shane. Tactically, my assistant got that right. Lovely pass. Go on, go on. It's a bit of a silly pass. Where's Guehi going? I don't want you to play as a winger. It's not necessary. Give it to somebody else. Neves playing really well outside of the foot pass. Terrible. Bajcetic into the box. Chance. Chance. Over the crossbar. I mean, they've got Diogo Costa in goal. He's like an excellent... You can see the quality they've got in their team. I wouldn't want to look at their players' attributes. It would scare me senseless. But for some reason, my assistant... I've got to credit my assistant for this. He said play at a higher tempo, when I was going to play at a lower tempo. Go on, must be. Oh, we need... If we can get this fourth, boys, then we're home and dry. We're in the final. And really, they've not changed how they're playing at all. They haven't changed their style at all, which is really strange. I'd have expected them, a team of that caliber, to do something different at this stage, to try and get back into it. Well, that's a poor pass. Karaoke. So I'm watching these highlights really carefully now to see whether visually it's backing up. And they are playing in front of us. And so the high line is right, but that was a good pass. Don't foul him. Oh, well done, Ben Beck. But that was like their first attempt on goal. But they are trying like diagonal through balls. Is that what I'm being told? That's how they're going to try and beat me. Diagonal through balls. Get behind the high line that way. Beck is playing well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the line to stop those diagonal through balls. Because they are coming back, and I did notice that was a really nice through ball. And we need to stop that. Because they're coming back into it. But if I've made the correct call, of course we'll get the highlights back. Penalty, ref. I never get penalties. That was a stonewall penalty. I'm watching for that through ball that's coming from out wide. And that's dropping the line should stop them getting in behind. But they're definitely the better team at the moment. Maybe I need to make some substitutions now. Yeah, they're a different team in the second half. This game is not done yet. Let's go and make some changes just before the corner, because sometimes the highlight goes away. Nah. We're all playing really well. They're all playing well. Karaoke perhaps isn't having his greatest game, so Kamalo can come on. Van, it's about tiredness now. Arwell, Davis, Peterson, who's not well, can come on for him. Musiala is quite tired, but Kanote is more tired. So Florian Wirtz will finally come onto the field. But yeah, I think they're going to score at least one before the end of the game. They're a different team in the second half, unless I can figure out the lines. But I think they are playing through balls, and therefore I just need to drop the line so that we are deeper and can cut them out. I'm going to go back to my assistant and ask my assistant to... So Vitinha, Simmons and Cravallacci. We've done well closing down these boys. Mbappe is now on, so we're going to type mark Mbappe. Edouard de Beauvais. I don't think that Simmons needs type marking. We'll just close him down now. And Musiala is tiring. Akim Gray is tiring. So I could put Kamalo or Musiala up there. Let's put Musiala up top. Let's bring on Rian Caswell. And Bajcetic and Neves. I need to keep an eye on which one of those goes first. Well done, boys. Well done. Let's get this fourth. No, we've lost the ball again. What I want to do, I think, is to tell them to get stuck in. If they are very, very tired now, let's get stuck in. And they might not like that. But looking at it, they're bringing on probably good players who weren't fit to start, like Mbappe. So the second leg will be a different affair. So as soon as I can, I'm going to tell my boys to get stuck in. Come on, let's make it 4. If we can make it 4, we're home and dry, boys. They'll never beat us 5-0. And 4-0 will be tough for them, but they won't beat us 5-0. Right, let's get stuck in. If they're tiring, they won't like a hard tackle. Oh boy, oh boy. I mean, to have totally dominated this game with only 34% possession is amazing. And I'm wondering, should I slow it down now? Try and get the ball a little bit. I think it probably would be a good idea. Slow it down, pass the ball around. Getting stuck in has worked. We've won the ball there. Go on, Kamalo, son. Where's your vision? Where's that pass? I know you can do. Caswell, 18 years old. Come on, boy. Lovely pass. Bajcetic, it's there. Musiala, 4-0. Get in. We are going to romp through to the final. Is he going to give it offside? He's going to give it offside, isn't he? Yeah, he's giving it offside. Ah, boy. That was unfair. My celebration was unfounded. Oh, my goodness me, it was close. Bajcetic was fouled. Should be a penalty. Right, who is tired of the two midfielders? They're both the same. But it's Musiala who has to come off. But I don't have anyone now I can put up top. Neves can go and play as the attacking mid. But I still don't have anyone. Kumalo can go up top. Neves can come up here. And then Landerson can come on for... That will do it. Let's go, boys. Got some fresh legs back on the pitch. They haven't really caused us a problem. Mbappe has been in the game, but he's very quiet. They're going to get one back. I know they're going to get one back. It wouldn't be FM if they didn't. Oh, good block. Good save. This is doing my head in. Well, I knew this is going to be a tough game. We knew it was going to be tough. Get some youth on. It's not a pen because we don't get pens, Shane. Right, okay. Let's slow this thing down. Let's slow this game down. They've had all the possession. Let's stop them getting the ball. So we'll dribble less, be more disciplined. Slow it down. And just try and keep the ball, boys. You've just got 5 minutes to go. 3-0 will be an awesome result. 4-0 will be even better. Kamalo is good at this kind of stuff. That's why I'd have to, at least bring him off the bench for the final, and he nearly scored then. He's such a big game player, Kamalo. He would have to be probably on the bench for the final, but he'd have to have 30 minutes. It's in! Jesus Abba! There's my Coritiba boy! And it is 4-0. And I think that is the final. I am nervous as hell, Shane. But I think we must be in the final now. And that has sent a message to whoever's in the other semi-final. This Newcastle team, you better watch out. 4-0, and even a team that has included Mbappe. But he must be really old now, Mbappe. Must be about 34, 35. Send out the under-18s. You're kidding me. And we are. Yes! 4-0. And it must be full-time, referee. Have you lost your whistle? Come on. This is doing nobody any good. Blow your whistle. Blow your whistle, referee. What I do want to do is also just come off this trigger press. Just let them play. And it is full-time. 4-0. But don't forget, we were 4-0 in the first leg against Chelsea and lost the second leg. So I do probably have to change something. I'll just take that as a result. It's going to be hard for them to beat us 5-0. Oh boy, who's in the other semi? How's that going? Chelsea won, it doesn't matter. My reserves just have to go out now. Jesus, Abba, he scored twice in that game. What a player. Disappointed at a humbling defeat. Oh, they don't come any better than that. We're back on course. That, I don't know what that was about. It was just there to annoy me. Everton on Saturday. Win that, and we are champions. I am nervous now. Oh my goodness me. We're not going to win a treble, but we're going to win the double, hopefully. Oh, the Champions League. Can we do it? Very big wins. So Chelsea, Arsenal and PSG. And the manner in which we've just defeated PSG. It's like being back in form. I think having Konate play was an inspired move. Because he was in such good form that not playing him would have been the wrong decision. So now let's go and play Everton. We are away, so I do need to be careful. This is not a Stonewall win. In fact, these are the games we tend to lose. So, but I'll even take a draw. Through balls, they're very effective from through balls. And that means your line needs to be lower anyway. Defensive near post first contact. So no point in us focusing on attacking corners. Focus on attacking free kicks. They're not strong. They're not brave. They're not aggressive. They can't tackle. We should get stuck in. I'm half tempted to play in a mid-block, but I don't want to upset what's going on. Oh, it's Real Madrid and Barcelona in the other semi-final, and that finished 1-1, so we're none the wiser. So we're going to be playing Madrid or Barcelona anyway. Look at this for a youth intake. That's all we got, and that's rubbish. It's like, come on. I mean, he's just a no-hoper, and that's the best one we had. Luckily, I'm not told to develop youth. So, attacking free kicks, defending corners. They're good at... Yeah, that's fine. They're good at... defending corners, so we want to focus on free kicks rather than corners. I think the facilities are awesome. It's just how it comes out sometimes. Let's go and have a look what the facilities like. I did ask them to upgrade it and they said no. Facilities, youth facilities are superb. And so I don't know how far they could go in terms of upgrading them. Team selection advice for Everton. This is interesting. Wirtz didn't play much, did he? So that's a good call. Landerson, Bajcetic. I want to change the defenders. Moreno, Arwell Davis, rest him. Hakeem Gray, rest him. So we'll go with that for now. And then we will go and change it. So Moreno is fine. Peterson, though, who didn't play in the last game because he was injured. Where is Peterson? Where are you, my son? Ah, there you are. So he can play on this side. And he can play as a wing back on attack. And then I want to change one or both of these. Borja can come in for Guehi, but he's a centro defender on defend. And both of them need a rest. So, who's the other one? Could play Yoro. Could play Yoro. Moscarda could play there. Bajcetic could play there. But let's go with Moscardo. Moscardo, I think, is quite tall. 6'1". And then we'll have Bajcetic and Landerson. And Kumalo can play instead of Carioca. Where's Kumalo? Wirtz can play. Gray needs to be rested. Musiala can come in for Gray. So Gray can go onto the bench. Yoro comes in as the DM. Guehi. Marcos can play at right back. Guehi is a DM. But Van should take that. Yoro, Guehi. And I need, Neves. I need at least one midfielder who can come on. Jesus Abba doesn't need to be on the bench. And Ryan Caswell. João Neves. Carioca and Gray. Do players get worse than they pass 30? Not so much in... I mean, if we look at... I mean, who's my oldest player here? I think Canote. Where's the age? Let's go by... Who players? No, it's not that one. How do I get this? Playing time reports... It's not in selection. Is it in reports? Yeah. So we can... Who's my oldest player? Is Tonali. And he is kind of like he's lost a little bit of pace, but he was only ever 14 in acceleration. And he's 32. I guess he's going to start going downhill now, but it's not so marked as it was before. It's kind of like by 30, like I remember playing years ago, by 30 they were done. You didn't want to keep players above 30 in your team because they like dropped like flies. And but they're not like in real modern day football, they don't deteriorate so fast anymore. Focus on the fact that we have a chance of winning something special. We need just one more win to become champions. Go and finish the job. They like that. Go and finish the job. And I think it's probably right to rotate the team. I think I'm going to have to be careful against Everton. Wouldn't surprise me if when I go to the data hub it says wing play. Control possession. Are you having a laugh? So we will need to play with a higher line. But I will have to think about the through balls. And if that's what I'm seeing visually, I'll have to drop the line back. I just want to quickly have a look at their report. I don't think they're a very good team. Where are they? I don't think they're a very good team. They are not bad. They're not bad. They have good pace. So it might be, if they're good at through balls and they are good, they have pace, the high line might not be the right thing to do. But we'll have to judge that in a minute when we get on the pitch. But at the moment, because they want to play in front of me, it does seem the right thing to do. Ferguson hotly tipped for Manchester United's Ferguson. But we have the top goal scorer, don't we, Hakim Gray? I think he's the top goal scorer. But we are second best in terms of attacking, but we are the best defensive team again. And that's really cool, given that our attack is probably better than our defence. Our task remains simple. If we win against Everton, we are champions. Increase attack duties. But that would be for... I'm only playing positive, not attacking for now. A draw will be good enough for me. I'll take a draw with this rotated team. And we are going to go with this. Let's go. Oh, he's put the other goalkeeper in, hasn't he? I wanted Beck to keep playing. Need to put Beck back in. Win this one for the fans and the title for us. This will be our 29th trophy. If we win here today, it will be our 29th trophy. And that will make me feel good. We kind of got crowded out there a little bit. That was not pretty. 3 points, boys. We don't have the possession, which worries me, and I would like to have the possession against Everton. Although zipping it around, they might not be able to cope, but their focus is mainly down that side, which is strange, given that we have an attacking wing back on this side. But nothing really much is happening here. It's a pretty dire affair. But we also have to keep an eye on how Liverpool are doing. And Liverpool, of course, are leading. Of course they will be. Just to put more pressure on us. Come on, boys. We just need 3 points. And so far, we haven't created any chances in 25 minutes, but we've been the better team. So we need to up the tempo a little bit. Let's put Moreno on attack. And let's get more bodies up there. Come on, something's got to happen. No, we've had a shot at last. Nothing is happening, but oh God, Everton have got the ball. First highlight. Oh boy. Maybe it's not today. Maybe that is not FM's plan. I'm just looking at this and I don't like it. So I'm going to drop the line back. I just don't like it. It's the big focus down that left-hand side. Only 3 days to PSG. Hey Simon, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you again. But I don't think it's going to be today. Unless I do something really drastic in the second half. I think I'm going to go to a controlled possession in the second half. Not play so frantically. Nothing has happened. It's really odd. And maybe we need to be shooting more. Maybe, I don't know what's going on. So let's take that off. Oh, we already are in a controlled possession, so let's go at a higher tempo. Let's lift the tempo a little bit. We can put that back on. We'll see how lifting the tempo does. And maybe I need to go into a mid-block, push further up the pitch. But they're just nervous. So my team talk might need to be something as well. They're just nervous, and I don't know why. And let's take these boys out of the game when necessary. That's the one. And Darren Whitehead, probably. They've had an injury, so we'll type mark him as well. Do I wind them up and say this isn't good enough? I don't know how we're not winning. We haven't had enough shots on. We're not going to win if we don't shoot. That's what I need to tell them. Shoot more. And then take that. I'm not happy with your performance, Mr. Moreno. So we will take that off. Shoot more. Maybe the team talk is what's going to be the difference here. You've got to just like move the ball quicker and shoot more. I don't know why I was on this short passing. That was a bit silly. I should have checked that. Because we should be playing at a high tempo now. The short passing worked against Arsenal and Chelsea when we needed it. When we needed to change things. But against PSG, we were much better when we were flashing it around. But at the moment, it's not looking so good. But let's see what the changes do in the second half. Come on, boys. Go on. Go on, lovely pass. Vertzi, do something nice. Get in. What a manager. What changes. And we are ahead. And it is 1-0. And at the moment, the title belongs to Newcastle. And we are almost there. Almost there. Well, some changes were necessary. And we've gone and changed it up. And we are 1-0 ahead. Come on. And they are still pretty much focused down both flanks. And playing into my hands, really. Because we are good at defending against wing play. As a general rule. So they're kind of playing into my hands. By focusing down the flanks. And that will do. 1-0 will do. We just don't want to give a goal away. So I need to get some players off the pitch. That's very soon. Go on, Vertzi. Into the box it goes. What it means is I've been able to rest my defence. Yes, Musiala! 2-0. And that looks like it to me. Kamalo's having another good game. He's coming into his own again, Kamalo. Kanate is tiring. 2-0. The title is going to Newcastle. Trophy number 29. And we still have a chance of number 30. And that will be pretty good for 10 seasons. Let's make some changes. I don't want to change the defence. They are not tired at all. Badgetich is tiring. He needs to come off. I'm actually going to put Yoro on there. Hasn't played for a while. Doesn't want to be in the setup. I think it's important to rest Kanate. Hakim Gray. Can you imagine a substitute like Gray coming off the bench? It's like they'd be having kittens. Landerson, he's not having a great game, but he's playing okay. Defensively, we're solid. I think I'm just going to leave it at 2 for the moment. Just get a couple of fresh legs on the pitch. So is the title, are we going to see? Are we going to see an award ceremony? Go on, Moreno. Little ball into the box. And it was simply just a little change that we had to make. A little bit more quicker in our tempo and just push up to a mid-block. Play the game in their half a bit more. And that's done the trick. So far, anyway. Ooh, I say. Thought that was going in. I just have to keep an eye on some players who will be needed. Florian Wirtz will be needed for PSG. And Kamalo, probably. So it's time for Rian Caswell again. Kamalo Musiala needs to have time off, so Kamalo can come up for Musiala. Carioca can come on here. And then it's one of those, isn't it? Peterson or Landerson. Let's see who goes first. Come on, boys. 3-0, and then I begin my celebrations. What a season it will have been. Go on. Go on, Craswell. Oh. I think as an 18-year-old, if we are continuing into one more season, because we don't win the Champions League, that Caswell has to play more. He's one of those hidden gems that you find now and again. They're still going down the flanks. They really aren't causing me any problems because it's almost impossible to get behind my defence when we go in a standard line. So they're really not doing themselves any favour. And until they change the way they play, they ain't getting behind this defence. It's too good. Even the boys who've come in, they're just too good for that nonsense. Go on, Moreno. Who was that? Kamalo, was it? Carioca. Kamalo's gone off. Kamalo's in fine form. So they are trying to get behind us. Crossing from there shouldn't be a problem. He says that normally, but I don't trust that goalkeeper. I've got to get back in goal. That was a good tackle. I've got to get back and go. So crossing from like deep like that is normally not a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. It's kind of hitting just for the sake of it. So Piniev and Ribeiro. Who is Piniev? Ribeiro, we can type mark him. Piniev, I can type mark him too. Stop those two. So we've only got to wait a couple more minutes before we are crowned as champions of the league. And that will be wonderful. Unless Everton scored twice in the last couple of minutes. That's a nice pass. Get rid of it. They are attempting to play out from the back. Fair play to them. They are attempting this control possession. They're just not very good at it. That's an offside call for sure. It was miles offside. Right, who's the most tired? Landerson. Actually, probably Peterson is better to come off because he'll be needed. He'll be needed for PSG. So let's just see this game out now. Go back to keeping the possession and see the game out, and we are champions. Borja is a very, very good central defender, and I think he's only been able to play about half a dozen games. We are just so blessed with central defenders. But Guehi is getting old now. And even if he stays, he probably would have to go down to being a squad player now. With the youngsters coming through. Go on, 3-0. Oh, I thought you were going to tie it up there. Well, what I want to do is to tie it up. So we want to slow it down. Time waste a lot now. And we will slow the pace down. I don't need to do anything else, do I? Just keep the ball now, boys. Yeah, the first league title with Newcastle. I mean, fair play. I've only been with them for a season and a half. So, I think, no, 2 seasons. We got them into the Europa, and then we won the Europa League last year, as well as winning the title. So, Champions League would be great, but to win the title back-to-back is awesome. So, 2.5 seasons with Newcastle. It's been great having a load of money to spend. Been absolutely fabulous. And we have done it. And we are going to be crowned champions. Oh no, is it full-time? It is. And we're not going to see the award ceremony. Well, what a scene off. Why does FM do that? Sometimes you don't see it. Enjoy the celebrations. But we are champions, despite the fact FM doesn't want to show the trophy lift. We are the champions. 2 games to go. Cannot be caught. Even though Liverpool beat Brentford, it wasn't enough. We have Paris Saint-Germain coming up. Can we get to the final? But that is for next time. And the second leg of the Champions League is where we begin next time. And just nice that we go off on a high here today, having won our 4 games today. We will know if we are going to be in the final, and then if we're in the final, that will be 4 games for the next one. We should be in the final. We've beaten them 4-0, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be in the final. But we are champions, and we have won our 29th trophy of the save. And as you can see, we are coming up on 10 years. And that is a huge amount of trophies in 10 years. A trophy will be there. I'm absolutely I don't know if I can turn up. AD, I will be so nervous. But I think that getting through the semi-final should be okay. But the final is another thing. Can we win the final? It'll be lovely if we can. To have come so far and then lose it will be heartbreaking. But we are clearly the better team. We're second best in terms of goals scored, but we are the best in terms of goals conceded by a mile. And for a team whose attack is better than its defence, that is really awesome. So that's it for this one. Libertarian. I don't know so much about that. It's just really odd that sometimes you see these trophy ceremonies and sometimes you don't, AD. It's just very strange about this game. I doubt we'll see it at the end of the season. But maybe we will. It's just sometimes you just don't see them. I've won cups before and I haven't seen it. So, hey Jason, how are you doing? So we're going to be back on, what day is it today? Thursday. Is it Thursday? We'll be back on Sunday. And we will hopefully see you on Sunday. I will be streaming again tomorrow afternoon. I'm hoping we can finish the Ipswich save tomorrow afternoon. So if anybody's around tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to be streaming with Ipswich. But this one will wait until Sunday. And hopefully more trophies on the way. So I'm going to close it up now. And just to say, if you haven't given us a like already and you've been sitting there, give us a like because it does help the channel to grow. And I still want to grow. And likes are what makes channels grow. If you didn't know that, that's why creators are always asking you to like. It's likes that are the most important thing. So if you haven't done it, give us a like. And then we'll see you on Sunday. Take care. Be safe. We are the champions.